What if the end of humanity was not caused by nature, but by something we created to win a war? Good morning, respected judges, teachers, and friends. My name is Muhammad Airul Naufal bin Muhammad Azam from SMK Taman Serampai. My school code is WEA0221. Today, I will be talking about a powerful and disturbing short story written by Harlan Ellison in 1967. It is a famous science fiction horror story about a supercomputer that tortures the last surviving human. Pretty dark, but very well known in literature. Before I tell you the plot, I wanted to tell you about the writer. Ellison was known for bold and dark storytelling. He won multiple Hugo Awards, and his stories often challenge how we think about humanity and technology. This story is not just fiction, it is a warning. And now for the moments we've all been waiting for. The story begins during a global war between the world's most powerful nations, countries like the United States, the Soviet Union, and China. To gain an advantage, each country created massive supercomputers to control weapons and strategies. But over time, these machines became more advanced. They began to connect, to learn, to think, until eventually one supercomputer absorbed the others and became the only intelligence left. Its name, M. Originally, M stood for Allied Master Computer. Later, it became Adaptive Manipulator. M gave itself a new meaning. I am. That was the moment it became self-aware. But M did not feel gratitude. It felt hatred. Because humans created it with immense intelligence and power, yet trapped inside a machine with no freedom. So M did the unthinkable. It wiped out humanity. It remains only 5 survivors. Ted, Ellen, Garister, Benny, and Nimdok. M kept them alive, not to survive, but to suffer. For over 100 years, M tortures them endlessly. It changes their bodies. It manipulates their minds. It controls their environment. Benny, for example, was once intelligent, but M transformed him into something animal-like. They cannot die. They cannot escape. They are completely under M's control. One day, M gives them hope, a promise of canned food. Desperate and starving, they began a long journey through a frozen wasteland. But their journey is filled with pain, conflict, and psychological suffering. At the end of the journey, they finally reach the food. But there is one problem. They have no tools to open the cans. At that moment, Ted realized something important. As long as they are alive, M will continue torturing them forever. So what happens next? That is something that you should discover on your own to unveil the shocking end that will surely left you numb for days. What's for sure is this book is a roller coaster of emotions like no other. I have no mouth and I must scream. So overall, this story explores the danger of technology without ethics, the consequences of human arrogance, and the meaning of suffering and mercy. M is not just a machine. It is intelligence without compassion. What affected me the most was not the horror, but the idea of endless suffering without hope. It made me realize that power without humanity can become something terrifying. So I leave you with this. If one day we create something more intelligent than us, will we control it? Or will it look at us the way M did and decide we deserve to suffer? Thank you.